looky here, you're not looking at another place. Big man on the ground needs, look at that. No looker, first one ever. And Team D, bone and butts. Yeah. Maybe the D block, maybe the D boys. I mean, I guess that's a work in progress on the team name there. The original name I thought was Bone and Butts, but they have changed. There you kind of see a little special athleticism out of our national champion. And whenever you slow it down and take a picture, his foot's clearly on the ground. Yeah. Clearly on the ground with the ball in his hand.
Yikes.
Clearly grounded right there.
Now, this does feel like refs trying to slow down the game, but I love that we're holding it accountable.
Well, so New York actually is Fox's phone, and he's the one that called it out. Nobody else called it out.
Yeah, after Foxy lost, I think that was Bone's big point.
Wait, New York called? I thought it was ruled on the field. Oh, that's interesting.
Oh, it is weird, Tony.
That's funny.
That's interesting.
Well, Foxy, in this sense, you're the ref.
The Chiefs?
Yeah, and then weird. Bone's the Lions?
Bone would be the Lions, Foxy. I think you're missing this.
I guess Bone is the Lions in this situation.
But then the ref said in the pool report that, no, New York didn't call us. But then Dan Campbell says, yes, New York did call, and they did make that play. So what's going on? Is New York in with the Chiefs? That's what everyone's saying.
Can we get some stories straight, maybe?
No wonder why the Chiefs are back.
Why? Because I seen the AI pictures that you've been making out there?
You mean the ones of 15 in the stripes together?
Yeah, they're smooching all the time. I'm about sick of seeing Patrick Mahomes and these refs smooch all the time. It's all over my algorithm. It's all over my algorithm.
Always sucking face.
They even got they said new angle of the Juju Smith-Schuster thing, and it did look like a new angle. I was like, all right, let's see, if there's anything said between the two. What's said? And then lo and behold, it was just Patrick Mahomes walking back, and then him walking right to a ref and sucking face.
Smooching.
I'm like, enough with this. Enough with this.
Too much.
Now, I will say, conflicting stories cannot be happening out of the NFL, especially whenever it comes to refs and Chiefs.
Not the only
and a
one.
touchdown.
Get the story right.
That's insane.
Not the only one.
What's that?
I mean, I don't got to pound the drum anymore, but the refs, I mean, they're completely fucking up the games. I saw a guy that had $500 to win like $2,000, and he had Diggs 30 yards, and he didn't get it. So I mean, like now there's a bunch of money on these calls that are look, again, I'm not pounding the drum anymore, but the referee that I have a problem with, he will be reffing the London game, so you guys can see for yourself.
9:30 a.m. Obviously, there is
Adrian Hill. Sorry.
Okay, so I appreciate that. Can't wait to watch him do his thing and his crew do his thing. The conflicting stories, though, never happens.
Why is the New York thing a problem? The New York thing should never be a problem. That's what I don't understand.
Yeah, I don't think it's an issue at all. Them lying about it happening, I think, is probably the bigger problem. Right?
Yeah. No question. You can't. Yeah, you have to be on the same page.
Massive deal.
We know that.
If there's people who have 8K streams at all times around them in New York, and they got all eyes on them, I don't have a problem with New York. Because why are they even wearing the shit?
Yes.
If New York can't be like, hey, pick it up or something like that. I think that is probably how it's supposed to go, right? Isn't that kind of how it's supposed to kind of go? That's why they had to run over that one special spot, put the things on because they got to talk to the thing. Now with the person up in the stadium, maybe they're in constant contact with people in New York, so I don't know how it got kind of construed. But them saying, no, it's not from New York, and then it being from New York is like the shadiest shit of all that could possibly happen.
That's a problem.
Yeah. So if they would have just said from the beginning, New York called this one in.
Yes, exactly.
Then at least they could come in and say, this isn't the only one. We've called in. There's a lot of things that we think are obvious or change calls just to make the game better that we call in. But instead they're like, no, New York wouldn't do that. And then it's like, yeah, actually fucking New York did
exactly
do
what
that.
they
What
did.
team did they do it for?
Do we know?
So now they kind of put themselves in a little bit of a bind, because of faulty communication. I think they should just own that New York is doing shit, AJ. That's what I think they should do.
Absolutely. I mean, yes, of course they should. Like when you try to lie about it, even if they're not doing anything weird, it makes it sound like you are.
So hold on.
Right.
So why didn't you tell the truth at the beginning? You think it looks bad? You think it is bad? What? Because I don't think I would have thought it was bad until you lied about it being bad. Then you have to start questioning. So what else?
Yeah, exactly. And it's pretty easy to tell when someone's lying, but like when you're talking about
poll reports,
like the streams and the poll reports, do we know if the 8K streams are live in New York when it comes to the NFL games?
Okay, we're not talking about that because we did see that ESPN Plus.
Just double checking.
ESPN Plus. Did you hear this?
No, what?
I've not been able to check it out personally, but there is certainly a large group of people that are investigating currently on the internet about ESPN Plus has live games, right? A bunch of live games. And they're going to have to figure this out. I guess there's a chance that they run advertisements which stop the video, and then after the advertisement, you go back to where the video stopped at. So then however long that advertisement is, you see you're automatically behind, let alone the lag that's happening. So if it's a 15-second video and you go back, you're 15-second behind, but what if the lag is another 15 seconds, so now you're 30 seconds behind. Then you do that again, get another advertisement somehow, you back it up, so as the game goes further, you're kind of getting off, I think is what the storyline was. And then the immediate question is, well, why aren't they just running their ads whenever they're running the commercials? And it's like, well, they might have been actually, which then they were stopping back in the commercials actually. Yeah. So they're actually making you watch a commercial break longer and it was setting back the game. There's a chance. I have no idea. But it's just like, you got to figure that out. You got to figure that out. And if you want to do it, you got to do it with the red zone. Foxy, Ram trucks, please. Ram trucks. This is the answer. Like if they're trying to steal more time or more money off the thing or add or, profit off the amount of people that are watching these live games to pay for the product in which you're spending a lot of money on the coding and the engineering and the back end to make sure all that shit runs. It's like you can't have the game stop. You got to keep it going. And if it's during the commercials, I don't think people care. You drop in there that the new V8 Hemi is back.
No.
I don't think people would care. Yeah, that it's ram around. Motor Trend has chosen Ram 1500 as Truck of the Year for 2025. Ram trucks are also back on track and returning to the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series for the 2026 season, and we're assuming they're going to win. That's the best truck down the line. Nothing stops. Ramming whenever it's Rams. Yeah, so that can't happen. That's what.
I mean, we're on ESPN Plus right now. There's probably people 5 minutes behind us.
Yeah, but we don't. It doesn't matter for us because you can't really gamble on what we're doing. The live betting stuff, whenever these games, and then you're saying it's well,
that's like a massive part of like the selling point. Is like, hey, you want to cut your cable cord? It's like, well, yeah, but I want to watch the games live. Because otherwise, like, what am I get the out of market stuff, but like it's not an alternative to TV if that's the case.
Gumpy, as soon as this started going on the internet last night, there was somebody that cracked the case, a lad, I forget your name, I apologize. He really dove into it all. I should give you credit. I don't remember it. He started going last night, and then this morning we bring it up, and Gumpy's like, I'm getting the notifications 2 minutes before it's happening on my screen. I can't do it.
Legit minutes behind the Texas hockey game the other night. It was insane. I was like, what the hell is going on? And then I fast forwarded. I had to fast forward to get back to live.
Yeah, catch up to live.
So you can.
You can catch up, but they don't like give you the.
You wouldn't know unless you get a notification on your phone that somebody scored.
Exactly.
Yeah, so it's blowing the entire scene.
Is there a package to pay for more to not get those ads? Is
Probably.
that available?
I don't know.
Because that's insane to me if not.
It does sound like a good gauge.
Yeah, especially if they're there. But if you do that during the commercials, now all of a sudden.
Yeah. Like,
we're doubled. You're adding to the pool, hopefully, too.
The humans over there will
That's
get
crazy.
it
Be a friend, tell a friend something like, hey, you guys are going to figure it out over there. And New World, ESPN Plus has so many games.
A lot of options.
Yeah.
Okay, so the back end of that shit, okay, the amount of that's happening at all times. Can't have anybody crack in the coding, the keeping it up, not dropping. The network, the platform has to be able to be strong enough for the amount of people that are coming onto it. Has to be smooth. Like, that's a lot of shit. Okay, now they signed up for that. That is what ESPN signed up for whenever they got all the rights. That's a lot of shit. So we understand that they need to make money to be able to power all this shit, because if you don't make money, that's not going to work, and it's going to be the worst thing of all time. We just need to do it in a smarter fashion. We'll do that. Yeah. Right? We'll do that.
Yeah. Yeah. Are we working there? Are we working in the place? Because we can, but
well, they do that. We can't do that. I don't have the ability.
We can try.
Yeah.
But we hope they know the people that can do that, so we can continue to move on with live sports, the greatest thing on earth.